Hello boys and girls. Today we're doing something few dare to do, something dangerous, something disturbingly honest. I'm stepping into my own tavern, a place where dreams are brewed, chairs are occupied without permission, and strangers casually absorb my furniture's aura without even saying thank you. Who are these people? Why are they here? Do they contribute anything besides digital crumbs and passive-aggressive silence? Today I intend to find out. I will visit their cities. I will observe. I will praise where praise is due. And where it's not due, well, I'll still talk, loudly. Get comfy. We're about to judge strangers on the internet. Responsibly, gently, brutally, with love. Visit 1. The curator of contradictions. This city has everything: Ark, Alcatraz, Aachen, and somehow also Babel. Who even keeps Babel in 2025? That's not strategy, that's conceptual art. You've got Lighthouse and Del Monte. You kept both, like a factory manager with trust issues and no HR department. The event zone looks like a medieval festival exploded across the grid. Beautiful, but a nightmare to maintain. Streets, spotless. Layout, respectable. Decisions, straight out of a nostalgia-fueled tutorial flashback. Verdict, a city teetering between brilliance and a live episode of what I would have done differently if I knew anything. I give it 8 out of 10, and a tip: ditch Babel. It's 2025, my guy. Visit 2. Elven Military Space Agriculture. This isn't a city. This is a genetically engineered fantasy ecosystem run by an overachiever with too much time and a spreadsheet addiction. The row of elven houses looks like someone Ctrl+C'd an entire district from Rivendell and pasted it into a suburban grid. The central sector, full sci-fi, looks like the city's about to achieve orbit. Either that or summon an ancient AI god. Southern area, a farming megaplex, orchards, oases, and something that may or may not be a hydroponic field. Somewhere in there, someone's growing forge points. Bonus points for the symmetry of doom. Everything is placed like it's under surveillance from an architect with laser vision. Verdict: flawless build, efficient, terrifying, and pretty enough to be illegal in some time zones. 9 out of 10. But I'm worried this player whispers to their buildings at night. Visit 3. The Rising Chaos Farm. This looks like a startup city that hired a city planner and then fired them halfway through. The upper half? Tents, crops, villas. You could film a medieval cooking show up there. Bottom half? Alien tech, lunar labs, Hydra gardens. It's like the city took a left turn into a sci-fi convention. Then there's an entire road system built for 4 wagons. Respect for infrastructure. The wagons are safe. The layout feels like the player had a checklist titled, "Put everything somewhere, we'll figure it out later." Verdict: clearly mid-transition. 1 foot in Bronze Age Airbnb, the other in Galactic Expansion Pack. I give it 7.5 out of 10 for charm and a bonus point for the accidental metaphor. You don't need symmetry to dream big. Visit 4. Monumental but make it expensive. First impression? Wow. Second impression? Wow, this is a lot of wasted forge points. This place has more great buildings than common sense. I counted at least 8 that scream, "I was cool in 2016. The layout is pristine, sure, but you can almost hear the FP Bank weeping quietly in the background. That airship parade? Impressive. Until you realize it's probably there just for show, like a luxury car no one drives. It's like the player said, "I want all the buildings. Functionality? Aesthetics? Yes, please." Verdict: architecturally majestic, but strategically questionable. I give it 7 out of 10. Would visit. Wouldn't copy. unless I had too many FPs and no real guild expectations. Visit 5, the Festival of Honor and Palm Trees. This city is what happens when a guild player wins too many events and refuses to throw anything away. There's a parade of statues of honor so intense it looks like the mayor is overcompensating for something. If valor was a building material, this place would be a fortress. The bottom left? Pure tropical chaos. Palm trees, balloon stands, a theme park, maybe even a petting zoo. Somewhere in there is a functioning economy. Maybe. The Great Building Zone is a cocktail of serious and decorative. Bonus points for sheer density. You can feel the lag trying to render all those event buildings. Verdict. Strategic? Yes. Maxed out? Pretty much. A little extra? Definitely. 8 out of 10 with a bonus pineapple for tropical excess. Visit 6, a museum of priorities. This city gives off "I used to care deeply and now I'm just vibing" energy. It's part strategy, part decorative storage closet. The residential block is big, proud, and outdated. We're talking houses that probably came with a cassette tape tutorial. Pumpkin Row still stands strong because nothing says "I mean business" like seasonal produce from 2019. There's a mashup of event buildings, futuristic stuff, and suspiciously decorative items that may or may not actually do anything. GBs are in place, but scattered like someone was mid-optimization and got distracted by a carnival. Verdict: 7.5 out of 10, functional, nostalgic, and possibly allergic to modern housing. It's like a retirement home for buildings that used to be relevant, and somehow it still kinda works. Visit 7, The Forge, Disneyland. This isn't a city, it's an amusement park with Forge points. Somewhere in here is a housing strategy, but you'll need a tour guide and a map to find it. Statues of honor, he has more than most people have socks. They're forming their own militia at this point. Flying vehicles, glowing trees, a literal zeppelin. This place is half future tech expo, half whimsical parade. GBs everywhere, from classic must-haves to, well, just all of them. I'm not even sure if he knows what's active anymore. The bottom left corner has what looks like a secret guild fair, complete with sales, tents, and floral chaos. Verdict: overwhelming, extravagant, kind of beautiful, kind of terrifying. 8.5 out of 10. Because when in doubt, build everything. Visit 8, the city of unanswered questions. This city is a vibe, and that vibe is work in progress with strong opinions on decoration. The housing blocks are compact but straight up vintage. You can practically hear the rent being collected in horse feed. There's a great building spread that feels like someone went shopping and never unpacked. Also, a statue jammed in the woods like it wandered off during a city redesign and no one noticed. Verdict: a city with structure, ambition, and at least 40% mystery. 7 out of 10. Bonus points for symmetrical courage and for not pretending to be perfect. Also, shout out to that single road going into the void. I believe in its future. Visit 9. The time-traveling town planner. Excellent. This city is a historical paradox. Like if someone in the Middle Ages ordered a Tesla and parked it next to a blacksmith. We've got 2 massive towers rising above a town full of huts and timber shacks. It's like someone dropped a space station in a medieval village and nobody asked questions. Street market vibes on one side, corporate sci-fi towers on the other. He is playing Forge of Empires and SimCity 3000 at the same time. The residential area is humble, old school, and about 400 years behind those towers. Charming, but also suspicious. There's a pirate ship and something that looks like a village pub turned biotech hub. I'm not saying he's smuggling forge points through a wormhole, but verdict, 7.5 out of 10. Time displaced, ambitious, and probably not legal under the Forge Zoning Board. Visit 10. The Great Supply Strike. The city is giving off. We had a plan, but everyone stopped working halfway energy. So it looks like the whole town's on vacation. Permanently. Or like it just survived a festival, a warehouse clearance sale, and a minor economic crisis, all at once. Half the buildings are uncollected, unmotivated, or just sulking in place. I've seen ghost towns with more hustle. The residential layout is dense and rectangular, the shape of someone who once believed in order but has clearly been betrayed. There's a massive cluster of great buildings, most of them actually useful, but you can tell even they are wondering what they're doing here. We've got statues of honor lined up like disappointed guardians. Verdict, 6.5 out of 10. Decent city, strong bones, but everything looks tired. This city either needs a revival or a day off, or maybe both. And that's it, 10 cities. That's right, not 14, just 10. Why? Because halfway through I realized this video was turning into a Netflix series, but with worse roads. Also, let's be honest, your attention span is probably shorter than the lifespan of a terrace farm these days, so we're stopping at 10 for now. But don't worry, if this video gets good views, likes, subscriptions, and a minimum of 4 passive-aggressive comments, I'll be back with more tavern guests, more urban crimes, and probably more pumpkins. If you want your city judged, gently admired with brutal honesty, just take a seat in my tavern. Stay quiet, act casual, and I'll be there, eventually.